Good afternoon, Mr. Maxwell. We're just here to ask you some questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely no problem.
Thank you. So the first one, we were just wondering, when you were our age, have you always wanted to be a head teacher? Or did you have like a dream job?
Yeah, I did have a dream job. It was actually to be a professional golfer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it wasn't that, well, it was good, but it wasn't that good. But when I was young, I started being a youth worker. And then I was a social worker, believe it or not. And then I don't really like that, so I got, but I wanted to keep working with kids. So and then I started, I applied to be a teacher, and my first school was Hanson in Bradford. And literally 3 or 4 days into the job, I just thought this was great. So, but I'd never ever once thought of being a head teacher.
What's the reason for building the new school?
Well, basically, we've been given roughly about £20 million by the government for a new school for our students. And the school, it's a really well kept building, but it's old and it's fallen down in parts. But it's still, it's a good nick. But you can't turn down £20 million.
No.
And also, you know that I'm committed to the local community and committed for best what's good, what's best for our children. So I think we could really make a real landmark building that was, that children in 20 years could still be using. I'm really excited about it.
What do you think the weaknesses of this school is, and what do you want to improve for the new school?
Consistency. And what I mean by that is, I actually am very proud of the children here, and I use the word awesome all the time, but not all the children are consistently awesome. I think about 85% of children are, but for me, every time one lesson is ruined, it's not acceptable. So what I want to achieve for this school is children come to our school and they know when they come that they'll be free to learn. The most important thing for you to do at school is leave school equipped to move on, either go to university, college, get a job, whatever. So it's so important that every child who leaves the school leaves literally with their GCSEs. English and maths being the key, but with everything else. So for me, that's the first. Secondly, I want the teaching to improve. I think we are improving the teaching, but I want your lessons to be better. I want them to be more fun, but more importantly, I want you to actually be confident when you go into a lesson you're going to learn. But thirdly, I'm really passionate about increasing opportunities for kids at school. For example, Sarah's Oakbank's got talent is just one example. We've got all the sports teams. We've now got a theatre school. We've had Miserable. The kids are going to London to perform. We've got more trips going abroad. So I'm trying to actually increase the amount of things that kids can do within school, so they get a better product, really, a better day.
Are you choosing for children to go abroad so they can achieve their awards on the pledges system?
Well, what we're trying to do with the pledge system is, again, that's about making the school much more of an enjoyable experience throughout. There are some kids going abroad who are like going to Germany and France on this language trips. We've got pen pals in Cameroon, for example. We've got a school in Pakistan we're linked with. The whole point is to just try and give kids more of an experience out of Keighley. For example, the theatre kids from London are going to go to a school in London, and the schools in London are so diverse from people from all around the world. That's almost like an international trip on its own. Yeah. So for me, it's just to try and expand it all the time. I don't know, PE want to bring in a South of France trip, etc. It's just to try and give the kids those experiences.
And how are you going to expand our opportunities to go abroad and volunteer?
Well, it's one of the gold pledges is to work abroad, and there are ways we can do that. And if the kids want to, we can actually use charities. For example, it's called Operation Rally. It's sending children to work in Africa, in South America. But we'd have to fundraise, and you'd have to fundraise yourself to be able to do that. There's other charities that work in Nepal and India But again, that's about fundraising. But as a school, we can do that. And if you want to bring a group forward and say, no, we'd like 10 of us to go and try this, we will do that. I actually think, as I've always said this, I want to give the children in our school the same experiences as children in private schools. So for me, if I would say to the children in year 11 next year, in the sixth form, you will be part of Operation Rally or whatever, so you can actually work abroad, and we will spend 2.5 years fundraising to that. I think that would be really brilliant.
I'd love to go, so yeah,
Oh,
I
there you
think it's
go
a
then.
definite idea.
Okay, then we'll have to look at that.
Well, thank you for your time and answering our questions, and I think we've learned a lot about
Well,
things.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was quite nerve-wracking for me.
Welcome to Oakbank TV. Today is the first Pupil Vs Teacher challenge. Today's challenge is to eat as much jelly, hands-free, and to clear the plate of jelly. So I'll be judging Callum and Miss Berry, and at the end we'll be seeing who clears their plate of jelly the fastest without touching with their hands. Let the battle commence in 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
I'm back in.
Oh my god. Still not finished, Callum. That plate's got to be clean. Sorry, someone's going to be sick in a minute. Oh, it's neck and neck for the finish.
Still going.
You're joking, I'm not finished.
That plate's not clean.
That's got to be clean.
Alright, Mr. Derek, who do you think's the winner?
Your sound effects were making me feel sick.
The winner goes to Mrs. Berry.
Oh, he's not happy.
I am covered in jelly. Oh yes, you went down, boy.
First defeat.
Miss Berry, tell us how you're feeling after that amazing victory. Slightly disgusting victory.
Amazing in victory, but I feel quite sick.
Callum, tell us how you're feeling in defeat.
Do you want to know something? It's not easy, but next week the pupils are going to win. Please help me.
So,
Mr. Derek, any last words?
yeah, so after the first challenge, teachers take the lead. So 1 to the teachers, unfortunately 0 to the pupils. See you next week for the next pupil teacher challenge.